Hello there, YouTubers, and welcome back to my 100 Days of Practice series, where I'm completing 100 videos. The practice is not only my art, but also increasing my video production skills, so that I can make better content for both this YouTube channel and my Skillshare students, or, well, my online art students, let's say that, because I am going to be changing this year and also offering coursework classes that are not exclusive to Skillshare. Yes. So anyway, with that in mind, I have 2 more completed sketchbooks that were completed. Oh, this one was completed years ago. I should make sure it's not even in there. I guess I don't have any dates on this one. Anyway, I'm going to give you a tour of it because I'm working on my video production skills and just everything. So, this was my revised 12 color palette. If you know me, I'm constantly trying to find the ultimate 12 color watercolor palette, right? And so, whatever date this was a while ago because I don't have M. Graham's fancy yellow medium anymore. I have Daniel Smith's, but it's the same pigment. Pigment Yellow 97 is my very favorite yellow pigment, so that was what that was. And at the time I had Titan Red, which was St. Petersburg, Pigment Orange 36, so that would not be what I have now. So anyway, it's a while ago. I know it's a while ago because I completed these watercolor doodles for a course that I was teaching called the Watercolor Doodle Flowers, I think. I can't remember the name of the class, but yeah, so these are also available as posters on my website. Botanical doodles. So I went through and just doodled some leaves and flowers, and that was how I put the class together because I just made these references and then went from there as far as the class went. So this is the basis for that. And I'm going to see if I can zoom in. I'm not near my computer, but yes, so currently what my setup is that I have a Galaxy Note 5 that I do my filming on, which is above me. And then across from me is a Galaxy Book Pro 360, I know, right? I'm so spoiled, my daughter bought me that. And and a monitor, so I can see what you're seeing on this monitor in front of me. So if I was closer, I could use my computer, but it's across the room. I've got a big monitor, I can see it. Anyway, I zoomed in. So these were some base doodles and some pot doodles that I did for that class. I usually have a large and a small sketchbook going at any one time, and I actually have quite a few that are in process. I just grabbed one and started going with it. So doodle floral arrangements, here's some that I did for that class, and then I just made this little beautiful, everyone else is taken. So think about that when I think about finding your own style. You know, your style is whatever you can do. That's your style. Don't worry about it. That's all. Okay, so here I'm working with some colors. I really like, obviously, this combination of pinks and soft greens and teals. And so that's what I'm just working on here. I just love watercolor, and I love looking at the colors, and I just love putting together color combinations. I love watercolor. And then the other thing is, you know, this is real life. You see these folks and they do these watercolor journals and everything is perfect, and you just think, oh, are you kidding me? But really, the reality is, you know, just paint. Just paint. Don't worry about making this fancy thing that every page has got to be perfect. You have to make a lot of bad art to get to the good art. So that's what Sandy Hustler says, and I agree. Okay, so, yeah, just working on some leaves. Basically, I'm not even working on leaves. What I'm working on is some colors. I had just, okay, so there's a date. January 23rd, 2020. Yeah, that's how long ago I did this sketchbook. So I had just picked up the Cascade Green and the Green Appetite Genuine, and I was just playing with them. And I really like the Cascade Green with the more pink color roses, and the Green Appetite Genuine with the more vermilion colored flowers. I just think they go better that way, and I really enjoyed both of these greens because of the granulation. Normally, you know, every time you get a set of watercolors, it comes with greens, and I prefer to mix my greens, so I'm not crazy about that. But these greens are pretty, they make me happy, so I like them. Okay, so here's a little bit more, you know, I'm always comparing the M Graham to the Daniel Smith, although I can tell you now I sold all my M Graham. What happened was I decided to do you know, so many professional art watercolor supplies, and I know that when I was looking to get into more professional quality, I hated spending all that money and not knowing if it was worth it or not. And I will say it's worth it, but at the same time, I thought I would do these watercolor series, you know, so folks could, you know, kind of review, you know, this is why I like this watercolor brand and why. But when I did M Graham, I realized I hate M Graham, and I always had a love-hate relationship with M Graham, but when I did that video, I realized everything is just so difficult because of the viscosity of the paint. It's difficult to mix colors, it's difficult to dilute the colors, it's just not even a pleasure to paint with. So I sold all my M Grahams. I have one little palette left, and I probably will end up doing that video just so I can show you all what I went through, but that's that. Okay, I already did this in the winter at Daniel Smith. Yeah, so constantly comparing colors. I guess I was comparing me mixing the colors versus, you know, the colors, pigments, because I have all these pigments that are in these colors versus buying it already mixed by Daniel Smith. And really, Daniel Smith is better just to buy it already mixed. Some of it. Some, like the Ultramarine Violet, no, I mix that myself. I like it better, but others, like the Moon Glow, just buy it mixed. Okay, so these are popular colors. Okay, so yes, I'm always mixing my color. I like to buy pure pigments, and then I like to see what colors are made of, and then try and mix them myself. So these are, Holbein has a Wand Brilliant number 2, made with Pigment Orange 20, Pigment White 6, and Pigment Red 108, and so that's what I mix together, and I try to see what those colors will look like. And then the Shell Pink is pretty popular as well, and I have Pigment Orange 73 and Pigment White 6, so I just go through and try to mix colors, and just, I like it, and it's interesting. So here I'm, this is me and all the cobalt chilled turquoises that I have. I have Pigment Blue 28 as well as Pigment Green 50. And so this is your St. Petersburg, this is a handmade watercolor, this is M. Graham, this is Pour, this is Schminke, and this is Winsor & Newton. My favorite is the Schminke. I just like the color a little bit better. I mean, probably to you they all look the same, and they probably are basically all the same, and who needs this many brands of cobalt teal? Well, I do. So that's that. Art Secret. So I got this round sable travel brush, and it was, I gave it to my granddaughter and didn't like it. Yeah, I got it off of AliExpress. Who knows what the quality of that is, so. But I did like the squirrel, and I have discovered that I not only do I like squirrel brushes, but I like the synthetic squirrel brushes, and I'm always trying to find like my magic wand that's going to make me be able to paint better, right? So I've tried I have quite a selection of brushes. I'll kind of bring these over here. These are my watercolor brushes. And then I have, you know, brushes I use for gouache and brushes I use for acrylic. So, but I've got the popular black velvets. I don't really care for them. And then also some artists recommend the Princeton Heritage brand, so I've got that. I don't really care for that. I do love the quills. I love the Raphael quills. But my very favorite brushes right at the moment, and the ones that I finally felt like, yeah, these are my magic wands and I love them, are the Princeton Neptunes, and they're synthetic swirl. And so I really enjoy those. That's what the end result of all that is, right? So, Heritage Sable, I've just gotten this. It's a synthetic sable, so I don't really care for it. It's too, it doesn't have enough wildness to it. I don't know any other better way to say it, I guess. Okay, so here I am doing a little bit of, I love stick people. This is me and my husband. This is our brand. This is Summer, and this is Sophia, and this is Natalie. That's cute, huh? I love them. And then this is Andy, and Angie was pregnant with Jackson, and her hair was half blonde and half blue. And then this is Patrick and Jesse and Colt. Now they have Dirks, but then they didn't. This is Taylor and Julia. Afternoon, Mila. Hound stick people. I love it. I love it. And then this is Amy and TJ and Bailey and Sydney and Matthew. And they're all in stick figures. I don't know. I love it. I love stick figures. Okay, here's another mixing 12 because, of course, you know, that other one didn't work, so I changed it again, which, yes, I have another one now, and I'm just, I don't know why I do these crazy things. This is the Quiller palette, and, yeah, so I tried that out, too. Oh, look at this. I just love my watercolors, right? And it's like, how does it get like that? I don't know. Okay, main palette. This is my main palette. Oh, on this day, which was April 14th, 2020. These are the colors that were in my main palette. I have different colors now. I don't know exactly where the sheet is, or I can show you, but anyway, this is what I had on that day. I probably revised my main palette. I probably revise all my palettes about once a year. I know how to do a palette tour about once a year. I've sold quite a few. Palettes because nobody needs the volume of watercolors that I have. In fact, like right now, I'm wanting to buy the PH Hydra set, and it's like ridiculous. Because why do I need that? I don't. I absolutely don't. If you saw how many watercolors I had, you know I don't. But I still keep wanting to buy them, right? But I figure, whatever. I don't drink and I don't smoke, so what do? I buy watercolors. So here I am again, revising that 12 color palette. Oh, this is a 24 color palette though. Ooh, look, I added some earth tones in it. It's just really hard to make a decision. I have 63 colors in my main palette, and I swear I hate that I'm missing some. So just doodle floral arrangements, and then again, doodle floral arrangements. I used to have, it was in the shape of a fan. It had test tubes for like bud vases, and then when you put the flowers in them, they fanned out. It was really pretty. So that was kind of the thought here, was something similar to that. And so that's what I did. Did this little test tube bud vases and put flowers and greenery in them. And then bring your own sunshine. So that's the end of this watercolor journal tour, and I just want to say, hey, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a positive review, blah 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 blah. All those things you do on the internet cost you nothing but mean a lot. Thanks. Bye.